Melbourne versus GWS. It was 12-11-83. Melbourne were defeated by GWS 13-7-85, a 2-point margin at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. Now, before we go into the game, Melbourne Demons, do you guys have fans? Do you have fans? There was 16,000 people at this game. It made the MCG look like there was no one there. Like, I know it's cold. I know it's a tough night to go out in Melbourne. It's freezing. But man, it's your team. Go support your team. They need you guys. Where are they? I felt like back in the day when I was going to Port Adelaide games at Amy Stadium at Footy Park where there was tarps. Mate, you could have just rolled some tarps out if you really wanted to. You could have told us. We could have gave you some. But what is going on? Where are the fans? Did you guys see that? It looked ridiculous.
16,000. 16,000. It was just
Empty.
great.
I go from Melbourne, but I'm broke. Oh, that's fair enough, man. If you're broke. But yeah, it's concerning to see, like, you know, when you see a game that is so popular and there's no one there. It's just, I don't know. That's weird. But man, Melbourne they're not like a shit side. Like, they could make finals if they, you know, pulled their finger out. So they're not dead in the water yet. So it's not like you're going to go seeing Richmond or, you know, they're not going to make it. This team's still fighting for a top 8 spot, and they can't get at least 30,000 there. King, you said you went to a game there where they had 30,000. There's no one. It feels like there's no one there. Imagine going to a game where there's 16,000. I
know. Yeah, I know.
Jeez. Yep. Anyway, to the game. It was a close game. GWS, they look good, and then Melbourne kept coming. I think Melbourne hit the front at one stage. I didn't actually watch the game, but I did watch some highlights. But they did what they had to do, GWS, and they won in Melbourne, a place where they rarely win. So it was a good win for them. It catapults them into the top 8. Melbourne now sit outside of the top 8. I think they're 11th. So I think they can still make it, but yeah, they got some tough games coming. I think they got Port Adelaide, not this week, the week after. I'm not sure who they got this week, but
Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs. Oh, see, they're in top form. So like, yeah, they could definitely miss out. Yeah, crowd. If you're a Melbourne fan, get out there. Go support your team. King of the North. Did you watch this one?
I did actually. Yeah, it was cold and wet and not a very nice night. So yeah, just watched the game. But for Melbourne, Oliver 26 disposals, Rivers with 25. We'd like to mention new people who we haven't mentioned on the show before. So Rivers 25. For GWS, Whitfield with 35 disposals, Hogan kicked 4 goals and Green kicked 4 goals, 3 goals. So yeah, the two guns for GWS were on fire, and it was a good contest, but yeah, just a pity no one was there. North fans get out more than the Melbourne fans do, so yeah, pretty bad. But I think Melbourne needed to win this one pretty badly. So, but GWS show that they're, you know, not quite top 4, but up there and up and about in the top 8 for sure.
Yeah, guys, in the TikTok, we will be doing our tips at the end of this review. So just give it time.
Yep.
We will let you know who's going to win
Not
if you stick
long,
around.
Not long.
Johnny Carlton, any words on this one?
Yeah, look, I heard a rumour that all the Melbourne supporters were at Christian Petrarca's house when he was doing the cooking show. So I guess that's where they are. So yeah, look, didn't look like the MCG to me. It looked like Giant Stadium to me on Saturday night, and it felt like Giant Stadium too. The GWS fans were louder than Melbourne, and I was like, "What the hell's going on here?"
Did you see those two guys in their onesies, in the orange onesies? Yeah, that was classic.
For 1 second, if you were really quiet during that game, you know you can hear the King of the North from his house. That's how quiet it was.
Exactly.
Oh, it was quiet as. Anyways, look, talking about the game. Look, Maxi Gorn was back for the Ds. Obviously, he was a huge in, and I tipped Melbourne as well. I needed them to win for Carlton, but obviously no one wanted to win for Carlton this week. I don't know why. But But yeah, no, look, the Giants they survived the late storm by the D's, and the tsunami is still intact. And yeah, they equaled fourth now as well. They obviously wins are important, but they held on. And yeah, look, I'll speak about a moment later in the show, but yeah, there was a specific moment in the game which will be classed as ridiculous and the other word, but we'll get to it later in the show. So,
I've got a question for you, Johnny. Team Matty goes, honest opinion, Johnny, is the Pies and Blues going to be a close game or a blowout?
no, look, I think it's going to be a close game. Obviously, Collingwood are going to be there. They're going to show up. They're going to do it for their captain, Scott Pendlebury. Not captain, their leader, sorry, I meant. But yeah, no, look, it's going to be a very close game. Carlton, Collingwood, doesn't matter where you guys are on the ladder. Doesn't matter who's in form, who's not in form. It's a rivalry and both teams always show up. So it's going to be a very close game. But yeah, hopefully Carlton run away with the win. So
I know Team Matty's he's a big Collingwood supporter, and he always gives. I love when I see his TikToks. He always gives Muzza shit, which is funny as. So welcome in